don't think that will happen.
You know they would have to win every single game from now on, right?
Listen. 3 of the next 4 games, they're home. All they gotta do is cut out game 5.
These niggas tackle, I'm bringing a pack. I'm a roller with stars and I'm smoking on platinum. Got my eye on the prize so I don't do distractions. I'm coming back.
How about them Suns? How about them?
Jeez.
We gonna
How
go ahead
about?
and gonna dive into that. Yo, what it do? It's your boys, Juice and Lou. We back here with another episode for y'all. You already know what we here to talk about, man. You already know what we here to talk about, man. The Bucks being the dumbest team to ever be in the finals. We're here to talk about it, man. We're going here to talk about game 2. Phoenix up 2-0 now, going back to Milwaukee, and it's not like the losses were like I said, the score is deceiving, but if you actually watch the game, it wasn't even close. It honestly wasn't even close. So it's I expected more of a fight out of Milwaukee, but hey, we're gonna see how it goes when they go back to their home court. But J. Lou, tell me what you saw. Tell me something.
So nice quote you took from Kendrick Perkins calling them the dumbest team. But I mean, he has some truth behind it though. Like literally, like what are y'all doing? Like what are you doing? Milwaukee, man. I had y'all in 6. Literally, y'all. Like I said, I don't think the Phoenix Suns can go into y'all house and beat y'all. I don't think that will happen.
You know they would have to win every single game from that on, right?
Listen. 3 of the next 4 games, they're home. All they gotta do is cut out game 5. That's literally all they gotta do. Giannis, oh man, my boy. Looking like 07 Braun, 09 Braun.
That boy back hurting.
Oh man.
Back and
Yelling at his teammates. And I think it was the 3rd quarter he was yelling at him. Oh man. Rightfully so though. Chris Middleton. I told you before the series, well, not you personally, but if you ever watch this, I did try to tell you need an average at least 20 of these finals and playoffs for them to win.
Yeah.
Drew, I said you didn't have to do much, man. So that is my fault. Maybe you do need to do something on offense because 7 for 21, you're just taking shots from Giannis at that point. Giannis might as well just take 35 shots.
He might as well go KD mode.
Chris Middleton shot 5 for 16 in 42 minutes. Like I said, Drew Holiday 7 for 21 in 40 minutes. At least there was one good thing I saw. Pat Connaughton hit half his shots, 5 for 10 for 14 points. And, of course, Giannis, the bright spot of the team, he dropped 42 and 12 and 3 blocks. And he played 40 minutes this game. Now, I didn't watch it live. I didn't watch quarters 1 through 3 live, but I did watch the 4th quarter live. And they actually ran the lineup I was talking about in the last episode about the team. I mean, about the finals. About how Giannis goes small ball with Pat Connaughton and Drew at the guards, with Chris Middleton and PJ Tucker at the forwards. Now, it was working to a degree. They cut the lead down to 6 at one point. But the next possession, they were getting a lot of offensive rebounds that next possession, which made me question it. Because Giannis, it was late in the 4th. He stopped hustling a little bit. And I'm not going to lie, he stopped hustling. Because, you're doing everything on offense and you're doing most of the work on defense as a great help defender. Why would I hustle 48 minutes? Come on now. Y'all got to help my boy out in Milwaukee. But Mike Budenholzer, you are still a dumb coach. I really, they're so lucky the Nets were depleted because they would easily be in the finals. We know that. Even if the Bucks were healthy, the Sixers were healthy, the Nets would easily be in the finals.
I say they sweep Hawks, honestly.
But
they sweep Hawks.
It comes the coaching, like when they beat the Nets, yeah, they lost. Honestly, they lost worse to the Nets in the first two games than they did to the Suns in their first two games. But like I said, I mean, Kyrie went down eventually. I mean, Harden, he barely played a minute in the first game. So, and it's crazy because the Nets almost won game 3, but we know Bruce Brown forgot to give the ball to KD. So that cost him a game. But anyways, about the Nets, the Bucks, I've seen them come back from worse, like I just talked about. So this isn't as bad as I thought it would be. Free throw wise, no one on the team besides Drew, Giannis, and Jeff Teague went to the line. Y'all got to attack the paint. That's another key point I said in the series. The Suns are softer inside. You got to attack the paint. And another thing is Devin Booker's not really working on defense. He's guarding, I'm pretty sure he's on PJ Tucker, if I'm not mistaken. And they would have Chris Paul on Drew. So those two are just helping off because Middleton and Drew just missing. And PJ Tucker, who cares if he shoots all game? That's just taking shots from Giannis, like I talked about. But in this game, it looks like they got killed in the second quarter. It was 30-16 in the second quarter. Every other quarter was close. You got first quarter 29-26 Milwaukee. Third quarter was 33-32 Milwaukee, and fourth quarter was dead even at 30. Except for the second quarter, like I said. It was 16-30. Now, what happened in the second quarter is they started killing Pat Connaughton one-on-one. Yeah. Off the screens. So they went away from big men and basically went against the only non-defender, but you need him to shoot in that second quarter. He was a minus plus 10 on the court. He did shoot 1-3 and made it. He played 8 minutes that second quarter. But on the other end, you just see Devin Booker, Aiden, and Chris, like their whole starting lineup was eating that second quarter. Everybody shot well. No one shot under 50%. Besides Cam Johnson, he shot 1 for 3 in that second quarter. But like I said, on defense, Pat Connaughton was exposed. Offensively, it seems like they came to a standstill. Drew and Chris Middleton shot 0 for 10 in the second. Both shot 0 for 5. Giannis, he shot 2 for 6. Shot 2 threes that quarter and missed both. They just need to get to the basket. I was talking about. They need to get to the basket. That's really where the Phoenix Suns aren't the best at. Because perimeter, they got Jay Crowder and Mikal Bridges, but Devin Booker, he doesn't really play defense, but he's always hiding on someone who's not effective like PJ Tucker. So in order for the Bucks to win, Mike's going to have to make some adjustments, which it's going to be hard to believe because you cannot switch a pick and roll. Like, what's the point of having Drew, PJ, and Chris Middleton if they're not even going to guard the best players all game or fight through it? So, but the Bucks, they got 3 of the 4 next home games. So, like I said, it's going to be hard to beat them. So I'll see game 3. I guess the series doesn't start really until a road team wins. So we'll see.
Let's hope that they don't go down 3-0. If they're down 3-0, wrap it up. Wrap it up. They can win the next one. They can win the next one after that. But they'd be losing the series. They're losing the series if they go down 3-0. But you know what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the stats, man. You already know. You want to know who the best player on the Suns was last night? Wasn't Devin Booker. He was hot from 3, though. He was definitely hot from 3, Devin Booker, but it wasn't DeAndre Ayton. It wasn't Chris Paul with 23 and 8. The best player on the team last night was Mikal Bridges. Best player last night.
Philly traded them.
Shout out Philly, man. Shout out Philly. He was doing it on both ends of the floor. He being aggressive in the paint. He didn't shoot that well from the three. He only got 9 points from the three. Everything else came from driving in. 8 free throws, 8 for 8. That's tough. And what y'all gonna say, ref? But Bucks versus refs. Y'all shot more free throws this time. What's the excuse? Exactly. Oh man, but 27 points from Mikal Bridges. Cameron Payne not playing a lot of minutes. I think they're not playing him I don't think he's gonna get that much playing time this series because I think he's looked at as too small to go against this taller Bucks team. So I don't think
on Jeff T.
A lot. Yeah. Well, yeah. He'll probably get more minutes because we don't know the Torrey Craig injury. We don't know that. He went down a little late off of a truck from Giannis. But we don't know the status on that, so Cameron Payne could look at some more minutes. But Cameron Johnson, Jay Crowder, he was hitting his shots. Well, not hitting his shots. He was hitting big shots at the end when it mattered. And he was making big plays. He got 11 and 10, a double-double. And now we're looking at the Bucks. In 41 minutes, 11 points. 11 points. 5 for 16, 1 for 6. You don't want to be there. It's either you worried about the finals or because you're in the finals, it's your first finals, it's a little, yeah. Or you're just an imposter. It's one of the two. Giannis, you get a pass. You went 1 for 5 from 3. You get a pass. You're fine. You did everything you can. Bad back, a bad knee. You did it. You did what you could. Drew Holiday, why are you shooting 21 times? Why are you shooting more than Chris Middleton? Either Chris Middleton's not aggressive or you just jacking. It's one of the two. Brook Lopez. I guess they're living with him shooting the 3. I guess they're living with it because he went 0 for 2 shots that he can make. Pat Connaughton, he tried to get the run started late, and then the Suns would just come back and just do something else. So it was just that's tough, man. That's a tough loss. I know if they lose like this, if Chris and Drew keep playing like this, and they lose like this in like 4 or 5, Giannis gonna be looking at that max contract and be like, "Is it really worth it? Is it really worth it?" I sat and I signed a contract. I could have went to Miami. I could have went to Golden State. I could have went here. I could have went there. But I chose to stay here, hoping that you guys could help me.
And Golden State would be crazy.
The Golden State would be insane.
That center for
real. I stayed thinking you guys would help me. And what you do, you went and got me Drew Holiday. Okay. You got me PJ Tucker. Okay, bet. Let's see what we can do. Get to the finals. Stunk it up. Now it's still some finals play left. But going out like this, the first 2 games, at least put up a fight. Now I'm going to ask you this. Which finals performance was better? Giannis this year or Jimmy's game 6 last year?
Didn't Miami win?
Yeah, we won that.
Then Jimmy's.
That's who wanted to ask you that. I already knew the answer. But
there you go.
What the Bucks need to do, they ran your small ball lineup. It worked for a little bit. But I think they need to come out with that. I think they need to come out and work with that. You gotta put Giannis on Ayton, make sure he don't get going early. You got your I guess you got PJ on Drew. I said PJ on Drew. PJ on Book and Drew on Chris Paul. But when they switch, because that's what they want. They're gonna go for that screen. They're gonna want that switch. Don't switch. I know Drew Holiday. You're PJ, I know y'all got it in the back. Y'all know basketball. Y'all know this. Y'all are defensive. Drew is an all defensive player, all NBA defensive team. PJ, he's all NBA, right? Defensive team. He should be on there too.
This year.
I don't know about this year, but he is on there. He's been on there. So y'all know, in this case, you don't switch that because it's going to be a murder every single time. It's a murder. Man, y'all got to get it together, man. Because y'all going out sad. Real sad. But like I said, if y'all go down 0-3, pack it up. You may win game 4, but best believe you're not winning game 5. You're not winning game 5. That's tough, man. Shout out Giannis, though. You could have... You had your chance, Giannis. Now you're stuck there for how long? Like 4 years, 5? Now you stuck. And I don't know what team can pick up that money because you getting paid. Now you stuck, man. Listen, if they lose the finals, got to get rid of the coach.
Ben said that.
Get rid of Budenholzer, man. Especially if they get swept. Bye. It's tough, man. That's tough. But hey, that's gonna wrap up this episode, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. You already know what it is. We're gonna be back with the hot takes sooner or later. We're gonna see how that goes. But until tomorrow, it's your boys Juice and Lou, and we out of here.
Yeah.
Peace.